being an emotional person is both a good thing and a bad thing. So in this video, I want to share with you my personal experiences about being an emotional person and being an emotional guy, as well as I would like to talk about things as if I'm talking about everyone. I want to make general statements about people. For example, the most obvious and the biggest general statement I could make is that everybody has emotions, and we all do have emotions, and that is something that you have to drop the little bit of sexism that might be there, which is that guys aren't emotional and that women are overly sensitive. And I don't know if that's true. I don't know if there's some sort of hormonal genetic thing that has to do with being male or female and how emotional you are. I don't know if that's true or if that's just a societal construction that we have. Don't ask me about that. This video is not intended to be about that sort of thing, that gender stereotype. I'm not trying to advocate you to drop that stereotype, but it is something that I question. Why is it that men are raised to and are told to not cry when they're hurt or in pain? Why are they told not to share their feelings? These are good questions, I think, and I think that we should ask them. But the fact is, and as being a guy, basically I just brought that up because I'm a guy and I am more emotional than maybe most people are, especially most men are. So I think that maybe there's some way for you to empathize with me a little bit about the fact that it might be a little bit more difficult for me to express things because most people are not as open to hearing about this as they otherwise would be if we accepted everybody from where they're at. So I want to talk about why emotions are both a good thing and a bad thing. Here's the great thing about emotions, is that emotions allow you to act and react to things based off of your own feelings or your own subjective experience, your own personal observations, whatever your perspective is on life. That's how you're going to feel about things, and you might not have to have the whole story. You don't need to have all the facts together. You don't need to make the most logical decision with all your gathered data, because if you just feel like something is right, then that's the way that you're going to think about things, or that's how you're going to do things. And this is especially important if you're a risk taker. Most people who are dreamers, people who want to do big things, they want to take a risk. They just want to do something in their life. They do it because it makes them happy and because they get excited over it, not because it's going to necessarily bring them the most money or the most secure life, but just because it provides them with good feelings, or it provides them with great experiences that they want to have. So that's the positive side of things. The negative side of things is what you see in people with their emotions is people overreact to things all the time. They get upset, they get angry. But again, when these emotions are used in a positive way, a constructive way, you can take something that makes you upset or angry and use that to seek justice. If you see people getting killed for no reason, or if you see people raping people, if you see people doing horrible things in the world that you don't agree with, and they affect you in a certain way, they strike a chord in you, they hit an emotional button inside of you, you're then going to react to that, and you're going to try to make a difference. And that's how emotions can have a positive impact on you, and how you can make a positive impact on the world because of your feelings or because of an emotion. So I guess we can then move on to talking about the bad part of this. The bad part of your emotions involves your personal life. If you let yourself become to the point where your emotions are your number one priority, and it gets to the point where you are depressed, you are in this state of negativity, and your emotions are starting to cause you to maybe overthink things, cause you to have some distorted thoughts, some things that are not true, and when your feelings are so strong in you that you kind of lack the ability to think about things logically, then that's gonna be a negative thing on the quality of your life. For example, you might, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling sad, depressed, or whatever, and your number one priority is to just make yourself feel better. You don't want to feel sad, you don't want to feel depressed, you want to be happy, you want to be at peace, you want to be all these things. Well, it might take a lot of time for that to come around. You might not get happy or excited, or you might not feel good right away. So it might, who knows, some people are depressed for long periods of time. But here's the thing, you still have to live your life. You still have to be you and do things. Keep your relationships healthy. You have to either go to school or go to work. You have to take care of your responsibilities at home. Do your chores. Keep yourself organized. You have to do all that important stuff. The part that your logical brain says is the right thing to do, is to make money and to be healthy and to have great relationships. And if you're battling, trying to do all the right things, the most healthy things, and you're trying to make yourself feel better, well, at some point you have to decide to get off the couch, and go to work, despite the fact that maybe things make you upset and the fact that you might be depressed or sad. So your emotions can get in the way of you getting things done and accomplishing things. I've certainly in my life, I have battled being depressed and being unhappy. So I am driven a lot by things that make me feel good. And maybe I'll throw in here, one of the negative things about your emotions is that, if you're looking for whatever makes you feel good, you might latch on to things like drugs and sex and things that give you that physical gratification because it feels good, or you might be an impulse buyer. They're all impulses, reactions. I think that people who are emotional, I mean, we're all emotional, but people who are more susceptible to and prioritizing their emotions are going to react more, and they're going to do things on impulse more. But anyway, so I think that people who maybe either suppress or hide their emotions, people who might want to cry, they might want to just lash out in anger, are more likely to set aside their emotions and do what needs to get done anyway, and persevere and push through it, soldier through it. So that's why maybe doing that sort of thing is a good thing. So I don't really know where this leaves you in your life, but I know that just talking about this and being aware of how your emotions affect you is really important. So I shared with you a little bit about myself in this video, and I hope that you liked it. And if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe and check them out. Also, if you like any of them, if you like this video, please share it. Again, my name is Kenneth Stahl. I'm so glad you watched this video, and I hope you watch more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video.